Hello, YouTubers. This is Saban and Joe once again. Hey, got a little late start on my Flashback Friday. This would be the episode 2 of that right now. And for this week, what I'm going to do is I'm going to break it up into two. It's kind of a big box, a lot of cards. They stick to each other a lot. Um, I am going to be doing a throwback kind of and a flashback, if you will, to 1991. This is the Topps Football Stadium Club. And in these, you're going to find a rookie card of Brett Favre. Okay. And these were done at the time. These were the high quality cards at the time. They were done on Kodak paper stock, which is awesome. I love this. Is by far one of my all-time favorite sets. I have pretty close to 2 complete sets. I don't have a complete set of either one, but pretty close to 2. So hopefully this puts me in. Just a look at some of the cards that were in there were Jerry Rice, of course, Deion Sanders, Dan Marino, Troy Aikman. Really like the first high gloss cards for football. At that time, I believe it was Score, Flair, and Topps were the 3 that were putting football out during the 89, 90, 91, 92 seasons in those little areas right there. And then they started coming up with a lot of their kind of high quality stuff as far as Flair and Topps. Upper Deck came into in 1990 as well. We'll get to that. And what I think I'm going to end up doing is breaking this up into 2 parts. So we're going to do half a box today in this video, and then we're going to do the other half another video. So we're going to go ahead and get the right side of that one too, and we're going to put this one away here. Okay, so we're going to put that away, and we're going to make that for another video, and perhaps it will be part 2. Perhaps we'll see what happens. Okay, as I said, these were done on Kodak paper. This was awesome. Let's go ahead and get to ripping on these. Like I said, we're looking for the Brett Favre, so let's see if we can handle it a little bit delicately there. Right off the bat, there's a rookie of Mike Kroll. Like I said, back in the day, I bought so many packs of these. So many packs. The rookies to get were like Todd Marinovich, Nick Bell, Harvey Williams. There was a lot of, besides the Brett Favre. Okay, so let's see what we get here. Like I said, beautiful cards, man. Beautiful for the day. Beautiful cards. All right, here we go. Ernest Biner, Nate Odoms. And don't forget, man, here we go. There's a PC hit right there. I'll put that away for myself. Tom Newberry. A lot of Hall of Famers. Gary Zimmerman. Jeff George was a hot quarterback way back when. Anthony Munoz, Hall of Famer. Chris Hinton. Hey, another one. Jerry Gray. You know what? Should be a Hall of Famer. Really, really great player. Great player, especially as a Rams fan. Great player, Jimmy Jones. Go Anthony Carter, Mike Crowell. All right. Like I said, the card that we're looking for is going to be a Brett Favre. We're looking for that Brett Favre. I have one in my set, but I only have one. So I'm looking to get another one. So let's see what we can get. Chris Zorich. Tony Woods, William Roberts, Jacob Green. Like I said, a very high gloss, man. I've always liked those. Randall Hill. Great, outstanding photography on these. Like I said, just the way that it was shot, that it was printed actually on Kodak paper, just makes the cards vividly come to life. It's very hard to kind of capture how they look, on camera. So, it's like one of those, I highly recommend if you run across them. They run about, this box is going to run you about $80 shipped. I got it on eBay. I believe it was Dave and Adams cards. I believe that's one of the bigger ones, is it not? So I believe it was there. It was $80 shipped. So, you know, it's worth fun. You know what I mean? See if you can get that far. You know, it's going to be for that search. You know, get it graded. The one that I have now, I didn't get it. I'm not going to have it graded. It's not. I think at the most it's going to come back maybe an 8.5, maybe. You know, it's got some issues on it, but that's the way they came out of the pack. Boom! Hit right there. Nice. Oh, speaking of that, almost passed right over it. No kidding. And you know what? That looks pretty good too. That looks darn good. See how the back looks. Tell you what, that is a nice card. That is a nice card right there. Well, there's one rookie there. Let's put it this way. I don't want to. See, yeah, that's the thing. I don't want to damage it at all. You know, that is sweet. That is sweet. Just so happens that him and I share a birthday in a way, that we're very close in age to each other. And I was related to Farve for the reason him being my age. All right, there we go. Hey, ready to get graded. There we go. There's number one. Let's see if we can pull any more. All right. Brett Jones. And of course, the Niners were, of course, not at the height of their dynasty, but pretty darn close. Pretty good player right there. There we go. Sterling Sharp. All right. And you know, it's not uncommon to pick up a couple of Farves, because to be very honest with you, he wasn't a rare player that was, like I said, the sought after player. There we go. There's a nice one right there. Kevin Green right there for the Rams, the sack master. But he wasn't one of the highly sought after rookies coming out. And actually, during the time, you know, Russell Maryland, there we go. There was a nice little rookie that everybody was looking for. The first overall pick for that year. So like I said, a lot of people weren't looking for the Farve. And so hence, hey man, if you can get an unsearched box, you're going to pick up maybe one or two. Everyone was even looking for, this would be what, considered the third year or second year of, this is a quarterback that everyone was looking for right here was Dan McGuire. Mark McGuire's brother was what, 6'9", something like that, 6'8". Everybody wanted to get that card. He was the kind of hot quarterback coming out. So everyone was, even the Troy Aikman cards, the Barry Sanders cards coming out, the Deion Sanders. Everybody was looking for those cards. You know, there were no game used. There were no autographs. Just kind of really beautiful looking cards. I mean, honestly, I know they look rather tame and they don't look, see, a lot of like unparalleled things like that. They look like they're all insert cards to me. You know, here we go. Right. So, I mean, just there we go. There's a Hall of Famer, Lawrence Taylor, in my opinion, the only LT right there. He's just awesome. He was awesome. But now, hey man, if it doesn't have a game used or player worn, I guess, multiple patch, autographed, on-card autograph, I mean, it's not worth anything. I mean, people kind of throw it off to the side. Everything kind of looks like an investment now. So, you know, hey man, Andre Ware was another quarterback back in the day that everyone was trying to collect. So hey, it's nice to kind of open up these old boxes, see how they go, who you pick up. I'm actually, you know what, honestly, another person that everyone was looking for, and it was essentially his second year card, was Emmett Smith. um, Emmett Smith's card is actually a very beautiful card. The way that it's kind of shot and everything there, um, it's a very nice card. So that was kind of a sought after card that everyone was looking for back in the day. So as we open these up and go through, hey man, we got the jewel of the Nile. Out of all that so far, I mean, got some rookie cards. What I'm trying to do is I'm kind of trying to complete my set as well. I'm maybe 3 cards away. Didn't buy, I bought one box, one back in the day. So, I mean, it was one that, to be honest with you, the $80 that I paid for this box is probably what it went for when they first came out. Because as I believe, man, I mean, there's 36 packs, something like that in here, 12 cards per pack. So, I mean, you're getting a lot of cards. But at the same time, I want to say this was probably the first, $2 pack at the time, when all other packs were going for maybe $1, 50 cents a pack sometimes, with a pro set, things like that. So, hey, this was for the day a premium set. I know baseball did the year before, and everybody was looking again for the Griffey. So I mean, this is the first year for football, which I think are an astound. Ricky Waters was another one right there, which a very good running back coming out of the University of or Notre Dame. So I mean, again, a sought after card that everyone was looking for back in the day. All right, here we go. We got Jimmy Jones. Oh, excuse me. So like I said, I knew it was going to be a long video. I think that's I go, you know what, man, I better do 2 of them. I'll do a flashback Friday, and then hopefully turn it into 2 weeks. Hopefully everyone will kind of be suspenseful. There should be, hopefully we can get another Brett Favre in there. Hey, we hit it pretty early right there. That's just the monster of the box right there. Like I said, it's a possibility as well that you could end up with multiples of them. Get 1 or 2 of them. I haven't seen so far. We haven't pulled the Emmett Smith yet. I have 1 in my set. I do not have 1 in. I don't have extra ones for that one. Oh, excuse me. Ricky Irvins. This guy was a sought after running back in the day. He was one that was probably garnering, hey man, at the time, $5-6, maybe $8 a card for his rookie card back in the day. So again, I know it doesn't sound like a whole lot, but back in '91, I mean, you were looking for those cards a lot of times. The rookie cards like the Marinovich, and even the Farve. To be very honest with you, I think I sold a couple of Farves for like $1 a piece. To get cards for my set. Again, so rookies are abundant in here. That, hey, depending on your age of collector, hey man, they could be your grandfather's age coming out. So depending, you could see if you're kind of lineage from the NFL or what have you. Hey man, maybe your dad's in here. Maybe your grandfather has a card in here. Henry Ellard. This man is a local legend. He is from Fresno's Hoover High School and played with Fresno State. Stayed in California essentially. So played with the Rams while they were here in LA in the first stint. I believe should be a Hall of Famer. But I'm a little biased. I was going to say at the time of his retirement, only Jerry Rice was ahead of him as far as yards and catches. And to this day, man, I'm going to tell you right now, anyone that saw him play will tell you he was the greatest route runner that they've ever seen. So, let's go ahead and do this one here real quick. All right, hey, Harvey Williams, one of the ones we're talking about there. Ralph Tam, a checklist. Robinson. And here we go with the second little one here of our stacks. Sorry about that. Got interrupted real quick. I don't believe that we pulled any Farves out of that one. So here we go. Okay, there we go. Hassan Jones. So, you know, going back, I mean, even at that, it's a very, very cool looking set, in my opinion. Again, in my opinion. I might be a bit biased. You know, I like a lot of the old school stuff. I miss Topps. I wish Topps would produce cards again. I don't know how the whole licensing works out now, whether regardless if the NFL wants an exclusive kind of deal with, you know, only one card company at a time or what have you. I don't know. All I know is that I don't like it. I dig, like I said, I miss Topps. Topps is a name that's gone back, 70 years in football. You know, even Panini to a certain point, if you go back and it's to its Philadelphia days way back when, but it's gone through a couple of corporate changes, I guess, but Topps has essentially stayed the same. You know, so it's kind of a shame that they don't have a football license anymore, you know, or as far as, you know, the NFL licensing. There we go. Now, I was going to say 91, I think, what was it? It was before the Cowboys kind of hit their peak, you know, so I want to say the Washington, Derek Thomas, awesome player. There we go, Cleveland Gary. I want to say that the Redskins won it that year. I'm pretty positive because I was going to say it went to, everybody in the East was winning the Super Bowl back then. It was, 90 with the Giants, beating, again, Buffalo. And then, of course, Washington again, beating Buffalo. And then the year after that, the next 2 years after that, Dallas beating Buffalo. So, I mean, that seemed to be the thing right there. But Buffalo, speaking of Buffalo, Buffalo was an awesome, really great team. It's very, very, very difficult. It's I don't think we'll ever see that again, where we'll see one single team go to 4 straight Super Bowls. There we go. There's a Hall of Famer right there. That is very difficult. I mean, it's been done, yes, but they didn't win any of them, and that's very hard to swallow, man. I'd imagine that's got to be hard to swallow. They've got a new quarterback now, Josh Allen, which, like I said, he's a local kid to me. He's right down the road. So hopefully he can get them going right. You know, hopefully, you know, they can get a good little team going. Return back to their glory days. Charles Mann was in my opinion, a Hall of Fame level player. Well spoken, very educated, always very articulate when he spoke. You know, so I think he was a Hall of Famer. You know, Bill Sims. You know, and a lot of these guys that you see playing or in these cards, featured in these cards, are announcers now. That now you hear their voices and you didn't see them play. Yeah, a lot of the kids weren't. A lot of people who were kind of watching football now weren't born during that time. So it's kind of one of those nice little sets to see. Like I said, it's cheaper side. 80 bucks, under 100 bucks, gonna get a lot of cards. Got a very nice chance of getting a nice Farve, you know. So, my opinion, it's a good little investment as far as, they're good looking cards. They made only so many of them or what have you. They were Damone Johnson, I'm sorry, Eric Hill. And Buford McGee, another good Rams player right there. But again, if you're looking for the hit, the autograph, or you're not going to get it here. You know what I mean? So this is one for, you're going to open up some packs and you're going to look at some really, you're going to have some really pretty cards, really good looking cards. So okay, there we go. Eric Bieniemy. There we go, right there. That was another rookie that was very highly sought of. Now, hey, he's a sought after coach. I think it's atrocious that he's not a head coach somewhere yet. I mean, he's got a Super Bowl winning team under his belt as an OC. Everyone kind of attributes that to Andy Reid, but no, you know what, man? That's Bieniemy. Reid lets him go as he can. So I'd like to see him as a head coach somewhere. That'd be nice. Especially with his handling of Patrick Mahomes. Hey man, sometimes getting that wild colt, man, that little bucking bronco to do what you need to do, hey, that's a feat in itself. And he keeps them within the offense, which is really nice. All right, here we go. I said you're going to get a lot of nice rookies too. So, like I said, again, a beautiful set to open, to kind of have. If you're into set building, this is another one that's nice, that actually looks really good in the 9-pocket holders. All right, hey, last pack for this video right here. Again, we will have a part 2 on the Flashback Friday of this. Like I said, it's just one of those that, hey, what we're looking at, 20-minute video, something like that. So break it down. No one wants to be out here for 45 minutes watching a video. Like I said, we've witnessed a Farve being opened up right now. So, hey, maybe next video we can do the same. Like I said, there are chances for multiples of him. So, hey, we haven't gotten a Marinovich yet. We haven't opened up a, there we go, Pat Terrell. We haven't opened up a Emmitt Smith yet, So, hey, like I said, there's some nice cards that can be had so far that we need to open up, see what's going on. Magic Man Mikowski, I'll tell you what, he's the one that was there before Brett Favre. So he was the Magic Man. He was a very good quarterback. And we finish up with a Ken Norton. All right, hey, YouTubers, thank you very much. Hey, the jewel of this little half box right here was this gem right here. And like I said, excuse me, I do believe this is a nice looking card. So, hey, I might get it graded and get a good little grade out of it. Okay? Hey, man, Save Man Joe, once again, thank you very much for watching this. And again, look forward to watching part 2. All right? Again, thank you very much for the view. And Sable Man, and be nice, or be safe. And we'll see you later. Take it easy. All right, bye.